All right, let's get some videos in. It's been a while. This is post unbans. A lot of this going on Cockatrice. It's like every other deck is a Jace or Blood Braid deck. So opponent is on Jund. Let me remember if I kept this. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So yeah, keeping Lantern. We're plenty of mana for the Whir, and hoping for some good on top. I'll see out there the Scry. A good thing about Jund these days is that they cut down on the discard, so that makes it so it's easier to set up the lock quicker, and then it's up to them to try to break the lock, which is a little bit easier to stop them from doing if you control the cards that they draw. So, let's go. All right. So yeah, Lantern is my only play here, of course. I did scry. I don't remember if I scried at the top or bottom. Yeah, it's the Lantern, and I put the Lantern on bottom. So, see the bolt, see that, and that tells me immediately, I know what they're playing. Unfortunately, they do have the Inquisition to take my Whir. Fortunately, though, that gives me, I'm going to have a lock next turn. And follow up with the Thoughtseize. Now, the opponent knows the Thoughtseize is coming, so they prioritize the getting this guy into play. They already know the rest of my hand, so they're playing with perfect information here, and they're just trying to race me getting into a bridge at this point. If they try to decay here, then that will give me an opportunity to mill and try to get to a bridge, and I'll still have Thoughtseize to pull a threat out of their hand, even though it's not a whole heck of a lot. So I go ahead and Thoughtseize now, and of course I pull the decay, and I'm just hoping to race to a bridge. Oh, my mouse is acting up. There we go. Yep. I was thinking about milling it into turn here. If I mill it into turn, I might draw, a Whir or a bridge or something. But if I don't mill it into turn and I draw this bell, it'll help secure the lock, and it'll help me dig faster into it. And I'm trying to figure out if I will live. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11 damage off of this right here. So that's really the key. Yeah. So again, I'm trying to figure out if I want to mill this. I decide it's not worth it. I don't want my opponent to draw the Blood Braid, so I mill it. And mill my own Decay. Decay is not going to save my life anyways. Yep, I don't mind them doing that. What that's going to help me with is I can Lantern away my opponent's top card and still have control of their library thanks to Courser. Which I know it makes sense to start running Courser in Jund these days because it's more, since it has a higher converted mana cost, or higher average mana cost in the deck, they need some way to regain life when they're playing a faster, aggressive deck. So Courser seems to make sense. I can understand that. So now I am just digging for a bridge. And so I use my Lantern and draw bridge. So I know my opponent has the, nice top deck. I had to dig like crazy for that. Is that like 4 cards or some odd? So I need my opponent to not hit another bolt or a command or a pulse or a decay off of that. I have this right here. Of course, it's just off of that. Thanks to this Courser right here, I am still in control of their top decks. I just can't see my own. So of course, oh yeah, and I said no reveal, and they're like, oh yeah, Courser. Oh yeah, because I forgot about it, honestly. So, yeah, they don't try to do it yet, because if they do it now, then they wasted on that Terminate. So I top deck a Thoughtseize and get rid of it. And that gives me control. Oh yeah, and I didn't want them to draw the Terminate, because I didn't want them to kill their own Courser. So it was probably better, maybe, for the, well, no, it wouldn't have been. So, yeah, I'm at 1. So bobble myself, and I'm just trying to mill as much as I can there. And I see that my top card is a shredder, so I'm good with that. Go ahead and stirrings, hope to hit a lantern. I don't, I hit a bridge. So I took a risk here with this. I know that they're not going to draw a pulse or anything here soon. Get rid of the Confidant, get rid of Lily. And I'm okay with them having an Inquisition. Now what they could do here is Inquisition me. They just don't, I guess. But either way, I still have bridge. I'm still going to win. Need to get rid of that. Oh yeah, opponent. Yeah, they know I have a bridge because I stirrings for it, didn't I? Yep, gotta mill all of that. Now, because of the way my opponent did this, I could have said in response, I'll sack the shredder and get one of those targets, but I want to try to play as if the opponent is playing as optimally as possible. So I could say, instead I'm going to act like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to sack my shredder with all that on the stack. And it's okay, I don't mind it. There is no point in me getting sacking the shredder anyways. And I already have complete control. I top deck a lantern. So things are good. So milling myself. And I'm real not sure what to grab here. I was thinking about the lantern because it would help me solidify the lock a little bit, but I decided on Witchbane Orb because it'll stop if the fourth bolt, it'll stop damage from K command, and it'll stop Lily, although I don't know if they play a fourth Lily these days. So yeah, now that I got Lantern out, I don't mind if they kill their own Courser. So here, them not Inquisitioning or Thought Seizing my second bridge doesn't matter because I end up drawing another bridge while I still have a good lock anyways. So all of my bridges are in play. I'm milling myself to secure the lock, of course. Yep. Yeah. They use up their ooze to eat up all the artifacts in my graveyard. It's fine, I guess. And I go ahead and name Verdant Catacombs because that's their last effect that they have to try to shuffle up their library. It's not going to happen anyways, but, Bolt's fine because I have Witchbane Orb in play. Yeah, and that's good game. Opponent quits instead of going into game 2. I wrote about this in the primer, or in the thread on MTG Salvation. I think what's going on is maybe people are lowering their sideboard for artifact hate because they're expecting so much like Bloodbraid and Jace decks, and there's not a whole lot of artifacts in there. So that and Tron. So the most artifact hate that I could imagine seeing these days because of that is Stony Silence, which of course this deck won't run. So I'm guessing that the reason they didn't want to do a game 2 is because they maybe didn't feel confident that they'd had enough artifact hate in their sideboard. I probably would have sided in Welding Jar, Padim. I probably don't need a whole lot of ley lines anymore. They got what, 2 Inquisition, 3 Inquisition, 2 Thoughtseize. They still run a little bit of thought, a little bit of discard, but it looks like they cut some. So yeah, not bad. I guess it would. I could probably side in ley lines anyways. It still cuts off Liliana, and I probably. I don't know if I'd side in another needle or not. Anyways, that was my Jun game. Hopefully, get some more Jun games in the future too. It is normally a horrible matchup, but I'm feeling that this new Bloodbraid metagame might help us out a little bit, especially since we have some control over them, their cascade. So, all right, thanks for watching.